Hey guys, zedtv here. Welcome back to another video. So today I would like to do a quite highly requested video from you guys as of how I revise, specifically for A-level. So I've changed quite a lot regarding how I revise, my approach to it. So I'll talk through when I first started revising all the way through to now, and how I best revise now, and it works for me, and hopefully some of you guys can implement it as well for the best results in exams. So I started my revision properly towards the end of year 10, more specifically the summer holiday before year 11 started. I obviously was aiming quite high, had high predictions, and I just wanted to sort of secure those 7s, 8s, 9s, and yeah. For GCSEs and year 11 in general, the main way I revised was note taking, and honestly I never really looked online or explored different revision ideas. And note taking does work for some people if your brain's like a sponge, like if you just go through the textbook, make your own notes, and just like grab every single bit of information. But my brain isn't like that, I've noticed, when I compare it to now how I revise now through digital flashcards. I didn't really do flashcards, I didn't do active recall or anything. Note taking was the only way. I had my textbook. I would sometimes use Seneca as well, so Seneca, do check them out. Seneca is such a great resource, especially for GCSE. Do use them sometimes for A-level now, but not as much. But check Seneca out, because they cover the core content for GCSE. It was mainly just note taking, but then I would forget all the notes I made like a week ago. It just didn't work. But like the exam, so as our GCSEs were cancelled, we had our mocks. Our March mocks was our last exams for GCSE, and what I would do is I would just go through a few. Primrose Kitten has made quite a lot of night before exam videos, so it'll be like a 2-3 hour long video going over everything you need in that exam, and that's one of the reasons why I managed to get those decent grades, because it should just go over the core content, everything you need to get as many marks as you can, and it does pay off, it does work. Obviously the way I revised in year 11 wasn't the best way, and through sixth form I've learned that my best way to revise is active recall through flashcards, just every single day going over some basics. With the night before videos, loads of teachers have told me, loads of students as well, they've told me that if you go over the whole thing the night before, it just doesn't work. Your brain will just go shut down because there's just so much in A-level. I don't plan to do that for A-level, so it might work for GCSEs. Loads of people do wing their GCSEs and do really well, but with A-level, I've just heard it too many times, it will not work. So it's good to work early, and yeah, maintain a structure. Firstly, I just want to say that with revision, sometimes it is hard to get the motivation to do it. If I had to give one bit of advice to start revising, it would be this: do start off with a goal. Through that summer holiday in year 10, I was looking online at different universities and different courses I might want to do in the future, just looking at my interests and what A-levels I might want to do. I know it was really early, but I was already considering that. And eventually I came across Oxford University's Human Sciences, which now is my #1 goal in everything. And I use that to push myself every day. So that's one of the reasons why I ended up doing so much revision for my GCSEs, and why my work ethic is so big right now. So if it's a university course you want to do, a job you want to do, or if it's to make your parents proud, or you just want to feel good, because revision does help you feel better about yourself. Whatever it is, if you genuinely want to achieve that goal, you will work hard for it. It just is. I never used to do any revision after school or nothing or anything before year 10. Like it does work. So #1 would be set a goal for yourself. Now, the main message of this video, how I revise for A-level. So, it literally sums up in one word, Anki. Anki digital flashcards. So basically, I have this app called Anki on my laptop, and you can add flashcards onto it with images or fill in the blanks through the core content. And it has this special formula using spaced repetition, so it gets stronger in your memory for recall. It's honestly proved to work so much. I got it recommended to me from an Oxford medical student who achieved 3 A stars across maths, biology, and chemistry. So it does work. You do have to review it every single day. So when you're actually going over the flashcards you made, there's 3 options. You can either go over it again if you genuinely had no clue what your flashcard was about. You could do easy, where it would show you like a month later if it was like you got it straight away. Good if you had to think about it for a while but you still managed to get it, it will show you in like say 5 days. Or if it was hard, it might show you like tomorrow or in a couple of hours time. So I usually go over my flashcards every single day if it's in school during one of my free periods, or it'll be after school before I go to bed or something. I always try and find a way to fit it in. It's part of my daily routine now. And it's honestly really good because it just, all the hard, difficult cards, it just comes out again and again, and eventually it just gets solid in your head. Honestly, I don't get how it can fail. I will screen record and show you how my page is at the moment. But for A-level, honestly, Anki and exam practice perhaps a couple of months before your A-level exams. Where in year 12, obviously, there aren't any proper exams. For A2 exams, a couple of months before, you have the content, try and implement it into exam structure, especially for something like maths, where it's more applying rather than retaining, memorising content. So yeah, that's my main two ways. Just before I do go on to Anki, Quizlet and Brainscape also do have some really decent flashcard resources. So Quizlet is mainly pre-made flashcards all over the internet. So if you want to sort of skip the element of making your own, you can simply search from Quizlet or Brainscape over here for your exam board, foundation or higher, whatever subject, and it will surely come up. I do use Quizlet for this other course I do for the London Institute of Banking and Finance finance course. So obviously they've got really good flashcards here, and I have used it for other things before, so like French GCSE and a head start to AS maths and A levels things. So yeah, Quizlet is a really good resource. Obviously, as a Quizlet ambassador, I would urge you to use it, at least give it a shot. But yeah, it is good. So the other resource I do use is Seneca as well. Seneca is just amazing. I've used it throughout my whole GCSE. It's evident in the 85 hours and 30 minutes I've spent on this. It just goes over everything you need. All my GCSE stuff is gone. So obviously I do biology, maths and psychology. And I do use these from time to time if I've got nothing to do in my free periods. I'm up to date with everything. So another good resource which I would urge you to check out. They do everything. Yeah. Anki. So once you download Anki from the internet, it's this app here. Let's just open it up. So this is my page right here. So I've got all of year 12 biology, all of year 13 biology, all of year 13 maths. These are pre-made ones I managed to download from Anki.net. They are not the best. If you want pre-made flashcards, I would really recommend Brainscape or Quizlet, but it's here just in case. We've got the biology cards, which I've made here. Oops, that was, yeah, there we go. Obviously, I've split them up into all the modules, and you could just clean it all up just like that. For maths, pure stats mechanics. And then for psychology, you got all of paper 1 here, all of paper 2 here. And then sociology, which I've now dropped. I've just made some cards and I'm never going to review them again. So today, as you can see, I've done no revision at all with my flashcards. So I'm going to do my session now with you all. Now these bits here, they just mean, the new bit means how many new cards which you've never seen before. So you've made the cards, but they've never shown you the cards yet. So here it means it's got 20 cards waiting to be seen for the first time, and then this bit means how many cards which you've already seen before are due to be revised again. So if I'll go over it in a second, but if you want to add a card, it's sort of like this. You can change what deck it wants to go to. Let's say I want to add something into biodiversity. You can write something here. This is the function for the fill in the blank. So if I wanted to put something here, it would show, the card will come up with this and then some blue brackets where I've got to guess what word's in here. And yeah, you got to see how quick you are with that. You can add in images, you can change the colour, underline, bold. It's honestly so good. And then if you go to my stats, yeah, I've done quite a lot in here. Then if I go to my collection, so here it's shown how many reviews I've done so far. About 6,500 so far since the beginning of A levels. And these are sort of some averages. So it's really interesting just to see how much you're doing sometimes. And then you can also sync it. So I've got the Anki mobile app as well. It's really helpful to revise on the go. If I sometimes don't have access to my laptop, it needs battery, or I don't have internet or something, I do just go on my phone. It's the same format, and it syncs to your online account. So if we go to your biology, I'll go to my biology to review. I've got 20 cards to go over. So I've made these cards myself. So I try and make them really concise, really tiny. So facilitated diffusion does need energy, active transport does need energy. It goes with the concentration gradient. Osmosis is a passive, doesn't go with the concentration gradient. So that was, yeah, I mean, sorry, the way I was saying it is just made a bit confusing, but sometimes I'd literally just go over. So the net movement of water into the cell would be hypotonic. Hypotonic does, these two can be confusing, but you can add a picture, you can underline. So this is the bit where I put in, and then I would skim read all of this just to see if I knew it. Chromatography, liquid solvent is usually water or ethanol. And then most enzymes are globular, so they're soluble and they can be transported in the bloodstream. Yep, so that's just a sort of preview of how biology is. My maths tends to be quite small because there's less sections. So obviously I've got one card to review in my stats, one card to review in my pure. If we just go over these now. This guy, TLmaths, if you're doing A-level maths, you have to check him out. If you've got the book, if you use anything else, he simplifies it down so much. He's known to get so many students A stars, so please do check him out. He's so amazing. He's making me so secure about my maths. So this is obviously how definite integration works, and it's about finding the area between two limits on a graph. How you integrate binomial, sub in the two limits, and then you minus each other. So that was alright, and then again, I've used him, cumulative frequency, so it's obviously another way of saying the running total, and then I'll often just look at the picture and understand how it works for a while, and then yeah. But with maths, don't rely on flashcards. Practice papers and past questions are just a necessity when you're doing A-level maths. Psychology and biology are more content based, but can be helpful. So if you've already noticed, compared to biology and maths, like my psychology ones tend to be huge, and the main reason is because psychology is obviously essay based. So all my stuff is essay based here. I'll try and like sort of group everything together into a simplified format, and then so Romanian orphan studies, this could come up as a 12 or 16 marker in psychology. So this would be all the essential content I needed. I would just have to expand on each point I make, so little cues to trigger my memory. So I've gone over this card so many times now that the lengths of time here are usually quite long, so 3 months. So if I pressed easy, it would come up in 3 months. If I pressed good, 2 and 3 months. And if I genuinely had no idea, I'd press again, which would be in less than 10 minutes. And it's unique for every card. So this would be obviously minority influence. This is the biopsych section. So the role of the central nervous system and the role of the periphery nervous system and what parts are involved. Research methods, so it literally goes over everything. It's really good. Conclusive talk at the end of research, summary of info usage. And that's it. And once you've done all the cards, it'll come up with a nice congratulations sign. So yeah. Anki is amazing. So throughout the whole of A level, I'm sure loads of students use this to just remember everything. It's definitely really good. And remember to sync it before you go off it, so it goes into your online account and it will update on your phone, etc. I'd need to show you guys one more thing. Revision without any distractions is good, but sometimes I'll try and put a bit of music in the background. And for that, I've made a YouTube playlist. So let's just close that. Obviously, I wasn't listening to any music right now because I was talking through everything with you guys. And I've just got a huge list of playlists. Anything that might catch my ears, I just put into this playlist and I listen to it. So loads of random things, from music I like to Battlefield. I love Battlefield music. It's just relaxing in the back. Shout out to Amy, Glass Animals. I listen to this music right now while going over Anki. It can get distracting sometimes, so it's really depending on who you are, how much focus you want. Sometimes, especially with maths, I just don't do any music at all because it's something that requires my full concentration. Whereas if it's psychology or biology, I'll do my passive revision with music in the background. If I need to give you guys a recommendation, so this one here, Blue Planet 2, Hans Zimmer, and Planet Earth 2 soundtrack. These two music is so good. While revising, I obviously won't click on it to give a preview because of copyright and things, but I'll link it below. So please check these two music out. I'll also link another video which I used to understand Anki better, because my explanation might have not been that good. So do check that one out as well. Titanic music I've been listening to quite a while. Yeah, Interstellar as well. Interstellar, got another good music. Please check those three out at least. Blue Planet 2, Planet Earth 2 soundtrack, and Interstellar. Just give it a shot because it is so good. But yeah, that's about it. Back to physical
So
me.
guys, the main summary of this video was that please give Anki a shot. Please give it a shot, even if flashcards isn't for you. You'll find out if it is for you because the outcome is just so good, and I look forward to revising from Anki every day. It's honestly saved me so much from stressing about if I've forgotten anything. And yeah, sorry for sort of just talking a bit too much, maybe. That's just how my videos is, but hopefully my video quality is sort of improving. We finally reached 800 subscribers, so upwards and onwards, almost at 1k, 200 subs away from 1k. We're almost getting there. So thank you for all your support, everyone. And this video is just giving me another idea. Next week I might do a study with me video. So next week I plan to do some psychology essays and maths some maths questions, and I might just bring you with me on a Saturday revision day, typical Saturday for me, and maybe you could try and use my way. At the end of the day, my goal is to help you guys, because revision can be a difficult thing to do, and I would like to help you all out. So that marks the end of today's video. Thank you for watching, and stay safe. Goodbye.